Welcome back. We are in the last section of this chapter. This time we are going to discuss multiplication and division equations and how to solve those. We've already done addition and subtraction. This is starting on page 70 in your textbook if you care to follow along. And let's just go ahead and jump in. In words, if you divide each side of an equation by the same number, remember we can't divide by 0 is the only thing we can't divide by, the two sides remain equal. And we're going to find that to be true with multiplication as well. Okay, so they give you a couple of examples there. If you start out with 12 is equal to 12 and divide them both by 4, you still get 3 equals 3. Okay, it doesn't make any difference. So let's take a look at how that helps us to solve some equations. Here we have 150h is equal to 675. And we want to solve for h. Remember, our goal in solving is to get the variable by itself. Right now h is multiplied by 150, so we want to divide both sides by 150. Okay, and if we do that, the 150 over 150 is the same as 1, so 1h we just write as h. And then if you were to divide 150 into 675, you would get 4.5. So h is equal to 4.5. All right. Here's a couple more examples for you. Here we have 8x equals 72. And now would be a good time just for you to pause the video so you can try to work on these on your own. Alright, I hope you took some time to go ahead and pause that and work on these on your own. Here x is multiplied by 8, so we'll need to divide both sides by 8, and 72 divided by 8 is 9. Alright. Over here, n is multiplied by negative 4. To do the opposite would be to divide by negative 4. And 28 divided by a negative 4 gives us a negative 7. Lastly, we have negative 12 equal negative 6k. Remember, we're always trying to get the variable by itself. The variable is multiplied by negative 6, so we want to divide by negative 6. So negative 12 divided by negative 6 gives us a positive 2. Right, so those were some quick examples for you. Multiplication property of equality. This one says if we multiply both sides by the same number, we still get the same, the two sides remain equal. So whether we multiply or divide, it doesn't matter, we still have equal sides. So here's a division equation. We have a divided by negative 3 equal to negative 7. Well, remember, we're always trying to do the opposite when we're solving equations. So if a is divided by negative 3, the opposite would be to multiply by negative 3. Okay, when we multiply by negative 3, these two negative 3's cancel, and we're left with a equal to positive 21. Couple of example problems again. Go ahead and pause the video. Take some time to try to figure these out, and I'll come back with your answers. Alright, I hope you took some time to try those. Letter D, y is divided by negative 4. The opposite of division is multiplication, so we're going to multiply both sides by negative 4. Negative 8 times negative 4 is positive 32. Letter E, m is divided by 5, so we want to do the opposite and multiply both sides by 5. So negative 9 times positive 5 is negative 45. And the last one I'll just work out with my pen here. This one says b divided by negative 2 is equal to 30. We want to do the opposite and multiply by negative 2 on both sides. So multiplying negative 2 times 30 gives me negative 60 equal to, now the negative 2's will cancel, and I get b equal to negative 60. So let's double check my work, and b is equal to negative 60. Okay, so hopefully you're understanding how to solve those multiplication and division equations. Here's a word problem which I know you all love. An adult lizard is about 5 times as long as a hatchling. If an adult lizard is 11 centimeters long, how long is a hatchling? Well, the adult length is 5 times the hatchling length. Okay, so we can write an equation. Let G represent the length of the hatchling. So 11 is equal to 5 times G, because 11 is the adult. So the adult length of 11 is equals 5 times the hatchling length we said was G. Okay? So we know how to solve this now. We can, rather than just write an equation, we can follow this all the way through. Since 5 is multiplied by G, to do the opposite, we would divide both sides by 5. And we would end up with G equal to 11 over 5, which in decimal is 2.2. So that tells us that a lizard hatchling is about 2.2 centimeters long. Please complete your notables, section 10 of chapter 1.